service here, Radiant Church here in Tampa, and man, I have some things to tell you. So I was having my quiet time this morning. God gave me this image of me in a cocoon and just kind of sitting back, almost like in like a hammock type thing. And just like, basically he said, you have a purpose and you're planned. I have a plan for you. So therefore you can just relax and chill out. And you know what? Walk through the doors I open for you. Don't force them. And then I felt like in my spirit, he kind of said, and again, I'm trying to discern when God gives you dates or times, is that of God? Is that my wishful thinking? I don't know, just the random thought of March 27th, a door is going to open for you, a very big door. Let me open the other ones. Stop trying to force them open. Stop trying to figure everything out. It's more so like receive smarter. Don't work harder. A lot of times some people need to work harder and, actually get their butt out of bed and do stuff. But this is almost one of the situations where I feel like God's saying the opposite. Like, no, trust me, I got this. This is about faith and trust right now. So anyways, so that was my quiet time. And then basically also said to me, Radiant Church, there's something for you in the message. And we had daylight savings time last night, actually. So I felt like at 11:15, he kind of said, stay till at least 11:15. Well, I didn't get there till 11:30. So I ended up writing in my notes about staying in Tampa as kind of my base for a few months. Still have the option of St. Pete's, St. Petersburg, Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Those are also still like places I can go visit while I'm in Tampa, but almost setting up a temporary base here. God opened up a door potentially for a room that would be within my price range. Granted, I don't really have a source of income coming in anymore, and so today was actually the last day to get any unemployment that came in, and it was only gonna be like $150. So basically I'm riding off my savings and anything I make from here on out. Well, long story short, and this is to encourage you in your faith, guys, when God says something, listen. And he's been impressing on my quiet time this big time. And so then when he confirmed it was the day I went to church, and of course at 12:15 I write down, just walk through the doors God opens, because I feel like he's opened potentially a place to stay. Now I need job, finances, relationship, community, all of those type of things. And it's like, those are all gonna come into play. Let me knock those out as you get solidified in where you're gonna stay for a while, or at least a temporary stay. And then the community, like yesterday, I had just a really good day out talking to people. You could see it in the videos. I was just engaged. I'm really starting to enjoy Tampa more. It's feeling a little bit more like a place I could stay longer, or at least just have a base, and then, kind of jump around to different places. Eventually, I'd like to live over in the Philippines for months on end, 3 to 6 months and out of the year. And so we'll see what God does with that. But this still keeps the option. But next is the financial. Okay, so sighting programs are not taking off yet. That's okay. I'm still building those. I still have a purpose in every day. But the biggest thing is now, okay, the finances are getting tight. Do I go back and work? What's going on with that? And God has just told me in his spirit, just relax. I'll take care of it. I've already just yesterday just provided you potentially a new place for way less than what you've been paying. And then the next would be the finances. And then of course the community, the contacts, the job, all of that. And God's just feel like those boxes, like he's like, I'll check them, I'll do them. And then of course, like around 12:15, I wrote down, walk through the doors God opens. And then I happened to check my phone, see it's 12:15. We had daylight savings time last night. 12:15 is really 11:15. Whether you want to get technical about the numbers doesn't really matter. Just trying to think, God's so funny. Like he gave me this analogy of like a surfer just riding a wave, like chill out, bro. And the message was about closing doors so you can hear God's voice. And he was like, your phone, threw it through the door, shut the door, your to-do list, throw it out there, your bills. Okay. It didn't hit me till the end of the message, where I was like, wait, God was telling me about going through open doors that he opens. Well, yeah, we can close doors to hear God's voice, but God opens doors, on our path. And it was so crazy how I was like, oh my goodness, it was all about doors. He literally had a door on stage, the pastor did, talking about this. And what God was telling me in my quiet time is, to go through open doors, to wait until God opens the doors. Don't try to push them open. And I'm walking out, and I had seen a greeter, a girl, And I just said, oh, I really like your dress. And she goes, I really like your style too. I'm like, well, I feel like I'm going out on a boat here today. But, and it was, my piece was just to say hi to that girl. Like, part of this whole fast or reasonable sacrifice thing I'm doing is just making a point to be more friendly to people. And of course I was more friendly. We talked, we had a nice, quick connection. And then she introduced me to another guy in their like greeting ministry at the front. His name was Jay. He's a realtor. He has a connection with the Philippines. He's dating some girl in the Philippines. He's a business guy. He told me about a business event on Thursday mornings here at the church where you can go and meet other people in business. So I was like, yes, I will be there, because obviously the next step is, okay, God, I need some form of income. I need to get this. If you're not going to bless sighting right now with finances, with making money off my programs, I need to be in a situation where I can make some more money. And so he knows that. And so, of course, I didn't even know they did that on Thursday morning. So I'm going to start going to that and networking. But this guy also knows a guy who does recruiting and has a recruiting business potentially. So he's going to introduce me to him. And so, like, it's just, see how things are just kind of like falling into place as I just trust God. And so these are all starting to match up. Things God's saying in my quiet time versus things that are happening in the real world today, where he said, basically, I have something for you at Radiant Church today, just stay. I did. It was very much the same theme, but then it also could be potentially meeting more people that could open up new doors for other areas of my life that need to be open. And as far as friendships, relationships, community, all of that, man, I'm excited. And so, yes, the Crossing is still my main church. However, today, my schedule got thrown off and I just felt like I needed to go to Radiant, so I did. But I still consider the Crossing as right now my number one, and I'm kind of using Radiant as my number two, or kind of, co-headed there to check them both out. So the next thing is I owe God $105 of my tithe, because I want to start tithing and be able to give that to God, but I don't know exactly what source to do that through, whether it's through Radiant, whether it's through the Crossing, whether it's he wants me to do it another form, because right now I'm not technically a member of a church. I am going between different churches to worship. So I guess I'm saying all that to say is, let's see where God leads me. And I asked him, can you make it pretty obvious, like maybe it's an exact number, like the 105 exactly for that cause, or for whatever, something that speaks like, boom, this is where I want you to put your tithe. And so I'm kind of using it as a walk of faith again, and just kind of going through my day to say, hey God, what where should this go? I want to be obedient to you, but where? What ministry? Okay, so we'll see what God reveals in that. But yeah, gonna get ready to go out, I think over to the Asian Festival and get some food and check it out. So there'll be some shots over here. And thanks for sticking with me with this longer video, but it's pretty exciting, because that's when your faith becomes real. Started here, and now it's coming outwardly, and things are coming into place. Following my buddy Robbie, gonna head over to the Asian Festival, kind of going with the flow. So this is around the area I live, so let's do this. Guys, just driving from the festival, went over and checked that out. It was hot. Whew. Headed over to like a hotel, bar area, restaurant with my buddy Robbie. Just gonna go over there and chill and then head home. Man, it's Florida heat. It's getting to me. actually go. Chilling, listening to music right on the water.